أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. I hope you might have done some revision in the last week. So inshallah we'll be starting now a new topic. This is a third property of ism, and it's called gender. In Arabic we call it jins, right? So we have two kinds of genders in Arabic language: masculine and feminine. There's no neutral gender like in English, right? So, so Arabs, if the word is feminine, there has to be reason, okay? And I will inshallah tell you. So, if a word falls in those reasons, among those reasons, if the word belongs to that category, those categories, then it is feminine. Otherwise, it's masculine. Okay. So now, if there's a neutral gender, suppose let's take the example of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? There's no point of gender here, right? So what they will address, how they will address those things, they will address always with masculine. They will not address it as a feminine because there's no neutral, so we cannot use like it and all those kind of words that does not exist, in Arabic. In English, okay, now we know, example, any neutral gender will be addressing with word, pronouns like it. But in case of Arabic, there's no pronoun word for it. So there's no neutral gender. The question is whether we address with that thing, the neutral gender, with feminine or masculine. There's a question. So Arabs, in Arabic, there's a rule. Nothing can be addressed by with a feminine character unless until it is feminine by nature, or unless until it falls in those six categories. Okay, it's not possible. So what is the only option left? The only option is left to address that with masculine, things. So let me take the example of word Allah, Lafzul Jalal, Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there's no gender here, okay? So if I had to address Allah, for example, I had to say He is Allah, okay? In Arabic, we don't have any neutral gender word, pronoun. So how, the question is, we have left now two options, masculine or feminine, huwa or hiya. Why not? Well, generally, non-Muslims will ask you this question. Why not? Why don't you address Allah with she or it if it's neutral? Why only he? Because in Arabic, we don't have any option left. We have only one option left, that is masculine, huwa. Here I can't use because grammatically in Arabic language, the rule, I can address with here in the word only when it is really feminine. When it is really feminine. When it falls in those six categories, which I will inshallah teach you. So unless and until that word belongs to those six categories, I cannot address it with here. So I have only one option left, that is huwa, because there's no neutral gender kind of it. So I don't have any option. That's why we address Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with huwa. That's the only option left. Okay, so so that doesn't mean that huwa Allah is masculine. It's not like that. So I had to address. I have no other option. That's only huwa. Okay, in case some non-Muslim asks you this question. So we have two kinds of words, masculine and feminine, and every ism will be either masculine or feminine because there is no neutral gender. By default, ism is masculine in gender by default. So if I throw any word in front of you, okay, it is masculine by default, unless and until it falls in those six categories. So what are those six categories? Let's study those. I hope that this font is okay for you. It's okay. Is it visible for everybody, this font?
Alhamdulillah, I can see.
Okay. So the first category is biologically feminine. Biologically, if something is biologically feminine, then it is feminine. For example, mother, sister, daughter, cow, etc. So ummun means mother, ukhtun, sister, bintun, daughter, baqaratun means cow. So if you see these beings, they are biologically feminine. Nisa, imratun, right? Those are biologically feminine. right? So if I give you a word like uktun, I ask you whether it is masculine or feminine, it falls in the first category, biologically feminine, so it is feminine, right? Now, if I give you a word like waladun, I tell you, is it masculine or feminine? So at least so far you have only studied one category, so it does not fall in first category, right? Now let's see in the second category. Does it fall in second category? Does it fall in third? So like that, we'll map it. So second is body parts that are in pairs. So our some body parts and pairs. They always consider those feminine. For example, eye. Eyes. It's in two: ears, legs, lips, hands, cheeks, ankles, shins, elbows, kidneys, lungs. Okay, if there is any other body part in pairs, so you can find it, and that is feminine. Okay, so these are generally what we know, right? So if you have words like I know, I have this table here. So yadun means hand. So yadun is feminine because it exists in two pairs. So yadani means two hands, right? Right? Ainani. You have seen the Quran also, ainani. So two eyes, like mirfakun, elbows, mirfaqani, two elbows, right? It exists in two. So mirfakun is feminine. Mankibun, shoulder. So if you can remember these words, wonderful. Uznun means ear. So generally, aznaniya, you will see those words in Quran. Rijlun, legs. Khaddun, cheek. Akibun, heel. Shafatun, shafatani, right? In Surah Balad, shafatani. Alam najallo, shafatani. Didn't we make him two lips, Qadamun, foot, 2 feet, right? Sakun, shin. Okay, ka'bun, ankle. So if you see these all these body parts, they exist in pairs. So any body part which exists in pair, okay, is feminine. So far two categories: biologically feminine, like mother, sister, and all. Body parts exist in pairs, also feminine. The third category, which I have already taught you: non-human or non-intellect plural, broken and sound. We are seeing non-human plurals, whether broken or sound, or all, they always, treat them as singular feminine. Samawatun, that is a non-intellect normal plural, right? Samawatun, though it's existing with atun, it's ending with atun, but it is non-human, right? So it is feminine. Then we have a non-human broken plural, like masajid, right? Non-human, masajid, kutubun, right? Those are all feminine. So this is the third category. Fourth is the specific names of places. When we say specific names of places, what does it mean? It means the name of place. Like, for example, see, there are two kinds of names. For example, if I say Bangalore, this is a specific name. Now, if I say city, city is not a specific name. It's general. City means city. For example, in Arabic, we know city is called Medina. So if you see, for example, I said the example of Medina. So it has actual name of Medina is Yasrib, right? But they call it Medina. But Medina is not specific name. Medina means city. It can be any city. It can be Makkah city. It can be Jeddah. It can be any. But when you say Yasrib, it is a specific name. So your specific names of places are always feminine. There are some exceptions, but mostly exceptions are like, for example, there are some like, I will tell you later on afterwards those. So if you see Makkah, it is a specific name. Misr, specific name. America, Maghrib, Yasrib, Sudan, these are specific names. So these are all feminine. So any specific name or feminine. Bangalore. Then this is the fifth category. Words that end with this tamar buta, this small ta, mostly are feminine. For example, salatun, rahma, this is very easy. This is the easiest category. First and this fifth one. Words that end with tamar buta. So if you see any word ending with the small ta, tamar buta, this one. Okay, I'll a little bit highlight it in. I could here. Okay, it's difficult for me. This tamar budatta. So you'll see most of the words ending with tamar budatta. So all feminine. Muslimatun, rahma, salah, are all feminine. Then you have 6 categories. So here, no, 6, yeah. Words that have 3 letters before alif maksura and alif mamduda, or also called also feminine. So if you see these words here, let me a little bit. You see here this I'll take the table itself. Yeah. So what it says, words which end with alif maksura or alif mabduda, but there are 3 letters before it. So leave this al aside. Al is not a part of the word. Al is actually, we keep it generally, to make it proper. So leave al aside. Al is never a part of the word. So if you see before alif maksura, there are 3 letters, kaf, ba, and ra. So you will have some, for example, some word which is ending with alif maksura, but before that is not 3 letters. Okay. So before, suppose if there is something here, ta, ka, ba, ra, ya, then it is not. The before alif maksura, there should be 3 letters, 1, 2, and 3. Al is not part of this. Hamra, like for example, you see this alif and hamza, it's alif mamdud, it's called alif mamduda. You see ha, mim, ra, 3 letters before it. And this rahma is generally ending with tamar buddha, so it is feminine. Al-uliya, see, leave al aside. See, alif maksura se pehle, you see alif lam, then there's more ya. This is one more ya here. Then there's a ya, double ya. So it's actually ain lam ya, then ya. Again, sin waw da, then alif mamduda. And salah is ending with tamar buddha, so it is also feminine. So any word ending with tamar buddha, mostly they are feminine. Okay, the 6th one is which Arabs have considered. Arabs have, taken some words. Okay, Arabs, consider some certain words as feminine. Why they consider it as feminine, they only know. So they are, it's like all in every language you have, people consider something in language, so it becomes a rule. Okay, it does not have any kind of other logic, but so there are certain words which Arabs consider always feminine. For example, you'll be wondering Shamsun, Shams, sun. Sun is considered as feminine, but at the same time, moon is considered as masculine. Okay, generally I think in English we consider moon as feminine, but in Arabic, sun is Shamsun, sun is considered as feminine. So these are the words like harbun, war. So you have word like harbun is feminine, sama'un, skies, feminine, shamsun, sun, feminine, nafsun, nafs, feminine, narun, fire, dalmun, bucket, sabilun, path, ardun, land, ardun also feminine, rihun, wind, bi'run, well, darun, house, ka'sun, cup, khamrun, wine, and jahannam. Jahannam is also considered as feminine. Okay, so these are the set of words, asa, and then tariqun, again, it's feminine. Sa'irun, jahannam, again, the name of the jahannam, sa'irun, hellfire. So asa, also considered as feminine. So this is the 6th one. This you have to remember a little bit if you can, but don't worry, inshallah. In Quran, these words are, repeated. This is not the only final list. There are other words also which are considered, which they consider as feminine, like sama'un, shamsun, like these words. There are multiple words also, but we are only addressing those words which have come in the Quran out of the list, big list. Okay. So if I revise a little bit for you, so by default, Arab ism is only masculine, but if it falls in one of the 6 categories, it is feminine. So if I give you a word like waladun, you see the waladun does not fall any of the category. It is not biologically feminine. Okay, it is not body part in pairs. Waladun means, son. Okay, then you have third category, which is non-human, non-intellect plural. It's not Then specific name like Bangalore, America, etc., etc. Then words ending with Tamarbudatta, Waladun is not ending with Tamarbudatta. Sixth, words having 3 letters, Alif Maksura and Alif Mamduda before 3 letters. It's also not like that. Waladun, it's not ending with Alif Maksura and Alif Mamduda. And then it's not also, in this bucket, in this category. Okay. So if a word does not fall in these 6 categories, it is simply masculine. If it falls, then it is feminine. So it is simple, and there's no neutral gender. Right. So far, any question? Any question?
Meaning of the word waladun?
Son. Okay, so even if you don't know the meaning, mostly you'll find it does not fall in the 6 categories. Okay. So you don't need to even memorize the meaning. You can simply see whether it falls in these 6 categories or not.
Why, sir, you said sun?
S-O-N.
Oh, sun, S-O-N.
So let me do revise. Let's do some practice on the okay. Let me first of all share the screen here. So let's do some practice on Surah Fatiha first. Okay. Now, if you see here, this Lafzul Jalala, okay, it is a neutral, right? So but it is always, we can treat it with masculine, right? We don't have any word for neutral, right? So you can see Ar-Rahman again, same. So I'll not deal here. So it is already known. Now let's see this Alhamdu. Is it masculine or feminine? So first of all, let's do this practice. Okay, Alhamdu. Is it ism? Yes, it is, starting with al. It is ism. Now, second is, if it is ism, let's try to find its property. The first property which we have studied so far is status, Arab. And in the Arab, we have seen there are 3 kinds of status Arabs. One is marfu, mansub, and majroor. And marfu, we know the words ending with u sound or un sound, or marfu, an and a sound, mansub, in or a sound, what? Majroor. So this is ending with u sound, so it is marfu. This is the second. Third, what do we see? Light or heavy. Okay, so heavy words are ending with on, an, in, and extra noun, right? This word has al on it. We have already studied that words which start with al, the question of light and heavy does not come. Okay, then the fourth thing what we have seen is flexibility. So what is flexibility? So fully flexible. So words ending with on, an, in, or extra noun are fully flexible, and they all take all the kinds of Arabs. They show a sound in all the Arabs. On in the majroor, in the marfu on or o, in mansub an or a, in majroor and in or a, right? Then we have seen partly flexible, which take only 2 sounds, marfu sound and mansub sound, but majroor sound they will not take. And then non-flexible, the words which do not show any kind of sound, like words ending with alif maksura, alif mamduda, right? And the pointers and all other kind of things, right? Then we'll see. So what is the second? Is it flexible? It is flexible. So we have alhamdu, alhamdi, alhamda. Okay, we'll have it's not partly flexible. Okay, it's partly flexible. We know, non-Arab names and names of some places. Okay, so it is fully flexible. Then if you see the number, is it wahid or jama? Again, we have seen in the number case, we have seen there are 6 reasons for word to be plural, right? One is we have words ending with una, ina, like muslimuna, muslimin, like sound plural, sound plurals. Then we have feminine plurals, intellect, words ending with atun or atin, right? Then we have non-feminine plurals, like again ending with atun, atin, but they are non-human. Then we have broken plurals, human, like ambiya, rusulun. Then we have non-human broken plurals, like masajid, kutubun, right? Then ism jama, which we have, seen some words, certain words, like kaumun, like karnun, generation. And alhamd, if you see, it's not plural. It does not fall any of those categories. It's not like word ending with una, ina, or wagera, or atun, atin, and it's not like the rusulun and all. So it is singular, wahid. Then third category of property we see is whether it is muscular or feminine. It is muscular. It does not have any kind of clue which can tell us that it belongs to those six categories which we have already studied. So same Allah and Rabbi, you leave it. Al-Alameen. Now again, you see Al-Alameen. It is ism as it's starting with al, ina sound. So what is its status? It can be, we know in the Muslim chart, ina sound, it is plural column in the Muslim chart, right? And it can be mansub or majroor, right? Right now we don't know whether it's majroor or mansub, but we can only say it's either mansub or majroor, because ina sound is only for mansub and majroor. Then if you see it's having al on it, question of flexibility, sorry, light and heavy does not come. Again, it's flexible, fully flexible. It has extra noun here, you can see. Then third, what plural? Now let's say it is singular plural, wahid or jama. You see, it belongs to that sound plurals, ina sound. So it's plural, right? Then third property, is it muscular or feminine? If you see, if you take this word and take it and map it to the one of the 6 categories, just imagine one. Let's say first one. It's not like a biologically feminine word like ummun, uktun, and all that. And then second is like what we have studied second. Second one is what? Body parts and pairs, right? So it's not, it does not belong to that yatun, uzunun, and all. It's also not ending with that alif maksura and alif mamduda. So no question here of femininity from that point of view. It's also not a name of the specific place like Bangalore, Yasrib. Okay, it's also not a non-human plural. It's a sound plural. Okay, then it's not coming in the category of where the Arabs said so. Arabs have considered those words like harbun, ardun, sama'un, rihun, darun. It's not like that, right? So it is then masculine, right? Okay. So Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, you know this. Maliki, again, if you see Maliki, again, it does not fall in those 6 categories, not feminine. Okay, Yaumi, no, let's say Yaumi. So does it fall in one of those categories? No. At least first one, biologically feminine, Yaum. It's not, but Yaum is day. It's not biologically feminine, right? So then second is, body part. Yaum is not a body part. So whether it is in pair or that is a different question. But first of all, it's not a body part. So it's not falling in that category. It's not ending with ta marbuta, ta, or alif maksura, alif mamduda. It's also not, falling in that list of Arabs, what they consider as feminine, right? So it's not feminine. Ad-Din, again, it's also not falling in their category, so it is masculine. So these are fail words. We'll not discuss these right now. Then you have here Sirat. Now Sirat, is it feminine? Is it feminine?
Yes, I see.
Yeah, it is. It is.
One of the word that Arabs use as feminine.
Here, let me show you that. Hold on.
6th category.
Sirat. Yeah, here. So somewhere I seen sirat, but hold on. Sabil is the Arabic said, so sirat is not. Sabil and tariq. Sirat is not. Sabil, though sirat means path also. So we have three words for sirat. Sabil, no, path. Sabil, it also means path. Tariq, it also means path. But sirat also means path, but sirat does not fall in that, in those words where they consider it feminine. Okay, it's not. Okay. Now, al-mustaqim, does it fall in any of the category? Al-mustaqim, it's also not falling in that category, any of the category. Okay. So it's not biologically feminine, it's not ending with tamar budata, it is not body part, it is not non-human plural. Okay. And it's not falling in the category of Arabic said so. Okay. So nothing here. Let's next surah. Okay. Okay, here now Zalika leave it pointer. Al-Kitab again. It is, if it would have been Kutubun, then it makes sense. Then it is feminine. Al-Kutubu. Kutubu. Kutub means plural. It's a books. Kitab means only one book. Kutub is non-human broken plural. So non-human broken plural are considered as feminine singular wahid. So here, as it is singular, it's not plural. So it is masculine. It does not fall any of the sixth category. Then Raiba, again, La, it's a ism here. It's La Raiba, it is that La Nafil al Jins. Falling is followed by La, and then it is singular, it is Mansub, right? It's light. So this word again, it does not fall any of those categories, so it is masculine. Hudan, again, it also does not fall in any of the categories. So again, Lil Muttaqeen is Ina, sound, right? It's normal plural, and it is not having any other clue of being feminine, right? Okay, now here, Bil al-Ghaibi, again, it's not. Now here, if you see Salah, as-salata, you see, it's ending with tamar butata. It is feminine. Okay. Okay, here. وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ وَمَا أُنزِلَ مِنْ قَبْلِكَ. Qabli, again, it does not fall in any of the category. It is masculine. Bil akhirati, it is akhirah. So it is ending with tamar budata. This word is feminine. Okay. Now again, Hudan is masculine. It does not fall in any of the categories. It's not biologically feminine. It's not any body part. Okay, and then other things. So Rabbi, again, masculine. Al-Muflihun, ism here, but if you see it's masculine. It is also does not fall any of those six categories. Sawa'un, same. It does not fall in other category, so it is masculine. Okay, now here kulub, it means hearts, right? Kulub, kalb, there are no two hearts, right? Only one heart. So kulub, so it does not also fall in any of those categories, so masculine. Sam'a, again, it does also Sam'a, actually it's not uznun. Okay, it is here, it is hearings, it is plural, right? But it is actually it is non-human. Yeah, it is basically it is actually feminine because it's a non-human plural, feminine. So non-human plural considered always as feminine. So kulub is also feminine here. Sami is also, because kulub here it has come as plural. It has come as broken plural, non-human broken plurals. So non-human broken plurals are always considered as feminine. Okay. And when they treat it, they will treat it as feminine singular, wahid. Okay, absar, again feminine because it's non-human broken plural. Gishawatun, it is ending with tamar butatta, so feminine. Azabun azimun, it is not falling in any of those categories, so it is not feminine. It's masculine. Okay. Now, Annas, it is a, is it singular or plural? Nas.
Collective. No? Collective.
In what category it comes? Which plural? Which jama?
Human.
Yeah. But what is this called? Why it is plural? It does not end with una, ina sound or atin, atun sound. So why it is plural? Which category makes it plural? Anybody?
It's plural by meaning, right? Ism jama.
Yeah, ism jama. So it is plural by meaning, ism jama, right? So if you see nas means people, so they are always consider people as more than two, so plural. And they're always ism jama or always masculine. They're always considered as masculine. Okay. 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 Again, al yawmi, al akhiri. If it is ramarbuta here, ta, then it is feminine, otherwise not. Okay. The mu'minin, you can see here mu'minin. Mu'minina, it's masculine. Right? It does not also end with, it does not fall in any of those 6 categories. But mu'minin, it includes also females, right? But by word itself is masculine. Okay. Now anfusahum. No, anfusa. Nafs. If it is nafsun, it is feminine. Anfusa, it's actually it has come in plural. Again, it is feminine. Okay. Now kulub, again feminine. Marazun, it does not come any of the categories. So masculine. Marazan, again masculine. Azabun alimun, masculine. These are all ism words, right? Because ending with tanween. We're only dealing with ism words. Muslihun, starting with meme, it's ism. It is like muslimuna. So it is masculine. Al-mufsidun, again masculine. It does not fall in any of those 6 categories. Okay. So here if you see again, nas, masculine. Sufha'u, it is human broken plural. So it's not feminine, masculine. It's only masculine. Sufha'u, again, it is human broken plural, masculine. Okay. Now again here, if you see shayateen, it is human broken plural, intellectual, right? Jinns. So it is human broken plural. So it is masculine. Mustahzi'un, again, it is like una sound, muslimun. So masculine. Tughyanihim. So it is what tughyan? It is tughyan means transgression, right? So if you see transgression itself is what? Non-human, right? It's an idea, right? It's for non-human. So again, it's always will be considered as feminine. It's non-human plural. Okay. Zalala, if you see, it's ending with ta marbuta ta, feminine. Huda. Now it is also ending with alif maksura, but if you see, it should be followed by three letters. Actually, leave al aside, but it is only ha and da. It's only 2 letters, so it does not become feminine. It has to be, if there is one more, suppose ta here, suppose meme here, meme ha da. Okay, then alif maksura, then you can imagine it is feminine. So before alif maksura or alif mamduda, it should have 3 letters, and it should be ism. If it is like ta, if it is here verb, then we cannot, based on this rule, we cannot say it is feminine. Okay. Okay. Tijara. Tijara itself is feminine. If you see, it's non-human broken plural. Right? Tijara means, business. Okay. Muhtadin, again, if you see, it's ending with ina sound, masculine. Okay. Masalu. So this is masalu is here, masulu home is masulu plus home. It is singular, wahid. So we cannot tell anything about it. It's not, it's masculine. It's not like non-human broken plural. Okay. Nar. Feminine or masculine?
Sixth category. It's
Fifth category. It falls, Arabs said so. Arabs are considering certain words feminine. Nar is one of those. Okay. Hawlahu, leave it. Mahawla, leave it. Hawla is also ism, but leave it. It's not, also does not, fall in that category. Okay. Noor, again, it's not falling in that category. Zulumatin. Now, Zulumatin. What it is? Is it masculine or feminine? Zulumatin.
Feminine.
Feminine. It will see Muslimatun chart, right? All the Muslimatun chart, all the words in the Muslimatun chart are feminine. If it's Muslimatun, Muslimatani, Muslimatun. It's like Muslimatin, Zulumatin. But it is also, if you see, it is non-human, right? Zulumatin is non-human. It's ending with atin sound. That itself should, is enough for you to consider it as a feminine. Okay, because it's ending with atin sound. So any words ending with atin sound, so they match with the Muslimatun chart, right? So it is feminine. So whether it is human or non-human doesn't matter. Okay. Now again, summun, bukmun, umiyun. These words are not falling in that category. So it's masculine. Now as-sama, min as-sama'i. What is this? Masculine or feminine?
Feminine.
Guys, what's the gap?
Arabs said so. Arabs also sama as feminine. Zulumatun, again feminine. Ra'dun and barakun, it also does not fall in that category. So it is, feminine. Okay. Now azanihim. Azan.
Body parts.
Body part and ears, right? Uzdun, azani. Okay. So it is basically feminine. Okay. Min as-sawa'iq hazar al-maut. So as-sawa'iq. Sawa'iq. It's not, falling in that category, in the neither of those 6 categories. So it is masculine. Okay. Al-maut. Is it masculine or feminine? It also does not fall. It's not ending with tamal mutatta, right? So we cannot say it is feminine. If you scan all those 6 categories, it is not falling. It's not biologically feminine, this word. It's not like body parts. It's not Arab said so. It's not non-human plural, right? So it does not fall. So muhitun, again, it also does not fall in those categories. Absar here, non-human plural, feminine. So much, okay, this is verb. Sam'ihim, again, absarihim, we have seen it, feminine. Qadir, shay'in qadir, ala kulli leave it, shay'in qadirin. See, these are all isms ending with tamal buta, tanween. So, but they don't have any indication of those from those 6 categories, right? So, masculine. So again here Anas, ism jama, masculine. Then you have min qabli. So this word is followed by harf jar min. So it is ism qabli. Again, this qabl actually is also does not come in that category. So it is ism. Here you can see firashan. It's ism, but it is not ending with the falling in those categories. So masculine, but as-sama is falling, right? It is feminine. Bina'an, it does not fall, so it is masculine. Feminine. Ma'an, again, it's not falling in the category. Ma'an means water, and so if you see it's ending with tanween ism, so it is also masculine because it is not falling in that category. Samarat. Now, samarat is like Muslimat, right? It's non-human plural and atin sound. Ati, as-samarati, al-muslimati. So it is feminine. Rizqan, it does not fall in those categories, masculine. Okay. Now, if you see in this writing, again, it's not falling in those categories, masculine. Ala abd. Now, abd is one slave, right? So again, it is masculine. It is not falling in those categories. Bisuratin, this is ending with tamarbuta. So feminine. Miss, it's not falling in those categories, though it's ism from, followed by amin. So again, it's masculine. Now, shuhada. Shuhada, actually, you see here, the word itself, you see, it's ending with,
شهداءكم.
okay, sorry. So it is, if you see, it's ending with tamar, alif mamduda.
Alim Mamduda and it is followed by three
Letters.
letters.
Yeah, so it's falling in the category of feminine. Okay, so if you treat it as, as a word, okay, it means it's a feminine. As a word, treating as a word, okay. But that doesn't mean shwada only means masculine, only, or feminine only. It can be feminine also, right? But as a word, if you treat it, it is feminine. Okay. Okay, here, if you see, nar, an-nar, feminine, because Arab said so. An-nas, again, ism jama. Al-hijara, it's ending with tamar budata, feminine. Okay. As-salihat. So ati sound, right? From the Muslim chart. Muslimati, as-salihati, al-muslimati, feminine. Jannatin.
Feminine.
Feminine, muslimatin, right? Okay. Now, anhar. Al-anharu. Masculine or feminine?
Feminine.
Why?
That said so.
Arab said so?
Yeah.
Why did they said so? Nahar, they have not said so. It is feminine because of some other reason. Can you tell me that? Anhar. Anhar means Nahar. Nahar means one river. Anhar means multiple rivers.
Broken plural?
Non-human broken plural. Non-broken plural, only non-human. You should say like that. Non-human broken plural. So non-human broken plural are always considered as singular feminine. So feminine because of non-human broken plural. Okay. Now here, samara, samaratin. It's ending with tamar budata. Okay, so feminine. Okay. Now mutashabihan, it is ism ending with tanween, but it is not following in any of those categories. So it is not feminine. Azwaj. Azwajun. Is it masculine or feminine? Azwajun.
Feminine.
Why?
Zawja
Masculine.
azwaj.
Those
So somebody said feminine. For what reason? So you had to tell me the reason, right? The reason is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, zawja azwaj, right? Zawja woman and plural for it azwaj, right? Azwajun.
Plural, yes. Azwaj actually is not only used for women, it's also for both. Actually, the word azwaj meaning for his spouse. And when you say spouses, we say we don't refer for any femininity or masculinity here, right? Azwaj, it includes both, right? Correct. When you say spouses, it can be woman as well as it can be men, right? Now, what is here azwajun? Is it masculine or feminine? Not map it to the first category. Is it azwajun only by biologically? Biologically, it is not, because biologically it can be both men as well as women, right? It's not like only wives. Azwaj can be also the husbands. So first category, it's not. Then body parts, no. Third is it plural, broken plural? Human, non-human broken plural? No, it is a
No.
human broken.
Human broken plural. HBP.
right? So it's not third. Then fourth one is what? Specific name of place. Specific names of place. Is it like Bangalore, Makkah and all? No, it's not. It's not name of the place. Then Arab said so. It also does not come in that category. So it is masculine. Okay, now mutahharratun. Mutahharratun, you see it's ending with ta marbuta ta. Now here azwajun mutahharratun, purified spouses. Actually, it now here this word itself gives indication of femininity here, mutahharratun. Okay, what kind of spouses? Okay. Now khaliduna, again it is like muslimuna, but it's not feminine. It's not falling in any of those categories like muslimuna.
So Bilal bhai, like azwajum mutahharatun. So mutahharatun is indicating feminine, right? So it is having ta marbuta.
Yes.
So the word azwajun that is coming before that also should indicate that it is feminine, right? It cannot be a masculine, right? Combined together.
No, it's not.
It's
See,
like
by word itself, actually, this mutaharatun is what? Feminine. Okay. Azwajun is by word itself masculine. It does not fall any of those categories. You got a point. So if I say this meaning azwaj mutaharat means purified spouses. You got a point. So for purification word, the word is mutahara, tahara. There's no other word for it. You got a point.
Yeah, understood.
You should always see by word, not as like by meaning. By meaning you can see only when it's biologically this one. So mutahara means purified. It can be applicable to any of the word. It can be applicable to, if we can apply it to the masculine or feminine. You got a point. So purified spouses, okay, it can mean both men as well as women. Okay.
Yeah,
But
correct.
yeah, that's what. The woman will have also spouses, right? Correct? Mutaharatun, right?
Yes.
They'll be also purified. All men will be purified, right? In Jannah, everyone will be purified, right? All women and men, when they will go to Jannah, they'll be all purified. And we know from the hadith of Prophet ﷺ, if you are married to some woman here in this world, and the woman actually, if she did not, for example, her husband dies, and she did not marry till her death, okay, so she will be married to the husband, there in Jannah, if he's also from both are from people of Jannah. Is a hadith. But if she married after him to some other husband, and then husband was the last husband for her, then she'll be married to that husband. You got a point. So our spouses, if they remain till us, in relationship with us till our death, and didn't marry to someone else after our death, we'll be married to them again in the Jannah. That's what hadith of Prophet says. So when we say azwaj mutahhar is purified spouses, it means both men and women. So both we will be married, right? We'll have our inshallah our spouses of the world also. So both will be purified, right? Okay. Now masalan, again it is ism. It does not fall any of the category. Okay. It does not fall any of the category. So it is masculine. Now ba'uzatan, you see here is ending with ta marbuta. So any word ending with ta marbuta is very easy to track that it is a feminine. Very easy. So very easiest way, Okay. Now al-haq, again it is not following any of those 6 categories. So it is masculine. Again, masalan, masculine. Okay, if you see here this word yahdi, you might be thinking it is ending with alif maksura and there are 3 letters before it, da and ha, yeah. But this is not an ism. This is verb. Okay, it has to, first of all, when you say something is feminine or masculine, first of all, we are right now we are learning what ism words. How to identify ism as a feminine, that's what we learn. How to identify fi'l as a feminine, there are different rules for that. Okay. So first of all, our job, we are studying ism right now. So our job first is to, first of all, to find whether word is ism or not. Once we found ism is word is ism, then we can use these this algorithm, kind of the rules to find whether it is ism or sorry, it's a masculine or feminine, wahid or plural, right? Marfu or mansub and all that. Correct. Now kasiran, again, it is ending with tanween. It is ism, but kasiran actually it does not also fall in those categories. Okay. Al fasikina. So again, it is ism having al on it, and it does not fall any of those categories like muslimina. So it is masculine. Okay, I hope so you can see here now. You will inshallah by yourself also you can scan through these ayats of the Quran. You can choose any surah. See, I am choosing it Surah Baqarah again and again, but it does not mean that you can only focus here. So, for example, what you do is everybody, so all of us, most of us, I mean, all of us almost, will be memorizing Quran from Surah Fil, right? So at least those surahs, whatever we recite in our daily salah, please practice whatever we studied so far. Try to identify ism, try to identify its Arab, try to identify its flexibility, light, heavy, and all. It is gender, it is number. So from Surah Fil, whatever what will happen, if you, as those surahs, daily we recite those surahs in our salah, right? And how many times will be reciting those, right? So please capture those words in this grammatical breakdown there in those surahs of the ism words. And when you recite even in the salah, your mind should actually pick up. Oh, suppose alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka. Oh, rabbu is ism. Okay, rabbu, it has come as a marfu, right? So like that. So it will have inshallah kul huwallahu ahad. Allah ahad, both are ism, right? Ahad, one, right? So you can see it's masculine, it is number, it is wahid. Allahu samad, as-samad, starting with al, right? Again, ism, and all the properties you can apply there. So please, this will actually provoke your mind. It will provoke your brain cells. And when you will do it again and again, and again, this one of the best advantage for us is Quran we recite every day in salah and all. So our brain will get trained. It happened with me. This is my experience. How I, alhamdulillah, got a little bit grip because of the Quran, alhamdulillah. Because generally we recite Quran every day, right? Now, alhamdulillah, I tried practice more and more on Quran, whether in salah or a daily recitation. Now, alhamdulillah, my brain cells were like triggered, like anything. And now, alhamdulillah, when I stand behind the imam and he recites any of the surah he recites, alhamdulillah, I'm getting it, alhamdulillah. So the more you do practice on Quran, and plus those surahs, so for example, you got a word as-samad, try to find its meaning. What does samad mean? Go depth, first of all, from the Quran translation, you see samad, this means this. Go to the dictionary and try to find, okay, you don't know right now, you don't know about how to open a dictionary, that is a little difficult for you. But whatever meaning is there in the translation, pick up that meaning right now, no problem. Okay, so inshallah, you will get a vocabulary also. So you'll get grammar plus vocabulary. So far, you have, from grammar point of view, you have understood three properties. Kindly apply these three properties fully. Okay, upon those surahs, small surahs, whatever you recite in the daily prayers, and plus vocabulary, inshallah, it will get, your brain will be trained for that, to capture those words, and inshallah, down the line, it will be very, very easy for you, inshallah. So I think we'll wind up here. Let me, first of all, stop the recording, and if you have any question afterwards, you can